Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Tuesday. Happy terrific Tuesday. Today is June the 24th, 2025. And guess what, y'all? It is time for your word of the day with Dr. A. And today's word of the day is awe. And it is inspired by my reflection on how are you filling your cup. Tomorrow's Choose Joy email is titled, How Are You Filling Your Cup? And I have been doing some things in the last week or so that have not only been awe-inspiring, but they have filled my cup unexpectedly. I didn't even know that's what I was doing. Now, we talk about intentionality when we know exactly what we're doing. I am intending to fill my cup. And partially I knew that because one of the things that I did is I went on a walk, what I like to call a nature walk. I went on a walk. It was near water, lots of trees and flowers and birds, and it was beautiful. And it was a place that I hadn't been before. And so I was very much in awe. I was all filled with awe. Just that reverence and acknowledgement of the beauty and the bountifulness of life. That's what awe is. And I was just naturally and to a certain degree unexpectedly filled with awe, even though I know that when I go on nature walks, I tend to be. So, I thought to myself, you're doing something that you haven't done in a while. And that was a beautiful thing. And so when I was reflecting and thinking about the Choose Joy email and what I wanted to share about this idea of filling our cup, because we talk about pouring into other people's cups, and I think that our natural inclination is to know how to help people, and it's not our natural inclination to know how to help ourselves. And so in this idea of self-care and making sure that our cup is full, like if it is our intention to be helpful to others, you can't pour from an empty cup, and we know that, right? But now I'm getting to a whole nother topic of you shouldn't be pouring from your cup at all. You should be offering people from your overflow. So your cup should be flowing over because you're pouring into it, and then others are blessed by the overflow from your cup, right? Because if you pour out of your cup to somebody else's, it leaves your cup not fully filled. And that's why we get burned out and we get tired and we get anxious and we get depressed and we get so overwhelmed with stress. But I'm going there because y'all know that's what Dr. A likes to do. All right, how do you fill your cup? By doing things that inspire awe in you. So, going on walks. This Sunday, I played jacks. I found my jacks and, well, I didn't find them. They sit right behind my television. I took my jacks out and I played a couple of hands of jacks. I videotaped myself and sent it to family and friends. As I was working on the Choose Joy email, the music was playing. And when a song came on that made me want to move, I did not sit still. I got up and I danced around the room, and that brought me joy. And the last thing I'm gonna tell y'all about is that I have some squirrels that come to my balcony, and I bring them walnuts and I bring them almonds, and they'll sit there and they're munching. And guys, it just gives me so much joy to watch them with their little things like that. So I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to commit every day to think, how am I going to fill my cup today? And I want you to think about what are those little things that may seem small that light you up. And I oftentimes, we talk about, drinking, the hot tea and the coffee and getting our nails done and getting our toes done, those pampering things that we do for self-care. But what are some things that, what kind of things did you play, when you were a kid? One of the things that brings me a lot of joy is playing online Scrabble with my son. So what are some games? Is there an arcade near you that you can go to and play games? Is there some food that you used to eat, like chocolate pudding, I don't know, a popsicle, whatever it is? I want you to think about something that inspires, you to think about, some childhood memory or something that just makes you smile or laugh or giggle. Do that. Those are the ways we fill our cups. So I've said a whole lot. I've gone over 4 minutes, but I appreciate you guys sticking with me as I get back into delivering these messages more often, because it lights me up to do that for you and for myself. I want to leave you the way I always leave you, by reminding you that if you want to experience joy, you have to be loving, kind, and gentle with yourself. You got to be loving, kind, and gentle with other people as you meet them, and you got to give them your smiles. And if you feel so inspired, you should give them a hug. Be a hug dealer like Dr. A. Take care, everyone.